With Windows 10, we made the shift to delivering Windows as a service, which introduces a new way for how we build, deploy, and service Windows. In the next few minutes, I'll define the core components of the Windows as a service model and recent updates we've announced, the build release process and update cadence, upcoming enhancements to further streamline the model, and how the model also applies to Office 365 ProPlus and Windows Server. The Windows as a Service model is all about getting new features faster and simplifying the process for staying current with Windows. At the same time, we're building a consistent model that aligns Office 365 ProPlus and Windows Server. Core to this are a couple of concepts: feature updates twice per year, which deliver new capabilities in the fall and spring, and monthly quality updates, which contain security, reliability, and bug fixes. There are a few advantages to this. First, by delivering the new features incrementally twice per year, we introduce less change and therefore reduce the application compatibility impact. Second, quality updates are delivered once per month using a single cumulative update package. It contains all the fixes that you need to get current, even if a PC has been turned off for several months. Let me explain further by first looking at how we develop and release feature update builds. Unlike previous Windows releases, Windows 10 uses an open and continual development process using the Windows Insider program to gather telemetry and feedback, preparing for those twice per year releases. When developing a new feature update, we go through an iterative process. It starts with Windows engineers who are installing daily builds. We will periodically release these to the broader Microsoft employee base with tens of thousands of users. And once we're satisfied with the quality of the build, to our millions of Windows Insider users that can offer feedback as we're building the features. We'll repeat that process for 6 months, and at the end of that process, we'll then do a semi-annual channel feature update release each fall and spring. This is when you can start piloting the release. After a few months of piloting to validate your apps, devices, and infrastructure, you should be ready to deploy the same release broadly. So for any release, there are usually 3 phases for IT: evaluation, piloting, and broad production deployment. Each release will be serviced for 18 months from the initial date of release, so at any given time there'll be multiple overlapping releases being used in the organization. So let's switch gears and talk a little bit about feature updates. If you look at the size of feature updates on media, you'll see that they're about 3.6 gigabytes for x64. With the servicing-based approach using ESD files for Windows client updates, the sizes are roughly a gigabyte less. Starting with Windows 10 1709, we'll reduce the download sizes by around another 35% using express feature updates, which will download only the files that have changed. Additionally, you can use peer-to-peer services like delivery optimization or branch cache to reduce the network impact of the distribution of updates. So now let's talk about quality updates and why we're now taking a cumulative approach. In the past, you might pick and choose the updates that you delivered each month. But when Microsoft tested new fixes for Windows 7, for example, we did so against a fully patched PC. This doesn't represent most real-world organizations. With Windows 10, we've moved to a cumulative update model to avoid this fragmentation and to reduce the number of updates that you need to deploy. The cumulative nature of quality updates means each increases in size per month, as we see here. But using a technology called Express Updates, we can reduce the download sizes significantly. Windows Update for Business and Windows Server Update services have supported Express Updates for a long time, but now we've extended that support so that system management tools like System Center Configuration Manager can also use Express Updates. Here we can see that the download is reduced by an order of magnitude. To help ensure all your Windows 10 devices are kept up to date with the latest feature updates, we've also added some new update compliance capabilities to Windows Analytics. Something else to note, the model is similar for Windows Server, but with a couple of key differences. Many of you are using the long-term servicing channel with Windows Server, but you might want the option of getting quicker access to new features. In that case, you can choose to get the semi-annual channel for Windows Server, and you can target that just to the servers where this makes sense. As with client feature updates, each semi-annual update for Server is delivered as a full build, so you can choose when and how to deploy. And with Windows Server, we won't push automatic updates. That timing is always up to you. With Windows as a Service, we're ensuring that you can stay up to date with the latest features and security updates while maintaining consistency and reliability. Start your pilot deployments today with the semi-annual channel release. If you'd like to be more active in giving us feedback during the feature development process, join the Windows Insider Preview program at the link below. Thanks for watching.